Hello friends, thanks for your interest on the second video. Hope you have liked the first video, which is introduction to the new fly ash brick industry software. So in this video we are going to learn how the masters are going to be worked here. So let me log in with the credentials. So if you remember that in our earlier videos we wanted to discuss, the functionalities which is available in the left side, which is masters, inbound sales, daily list, reports and payment list. So in this video we are going to specifically discuss on the masters tab. Masters is nothing but, these are all the things which we need to have to run our business. Like, let's say that, so for any fly ash brick industry, of course, you are going to have your customers, and in the same way, you are going to have the vendors. So vendors is nothing but the who is going to supply the goods, the raw materials to us, and our customer is nothing but, which, these are all the customers which we, supply our produced bricks. So let's take a step here. Actually, I have created already, one of the customers, couple of customers for our demo purpose. But anyhow, I am going to show you how, a customer creation would be in this software. See, if you see here, you already have Srikanth Constructions and My Home Industry, and you have multiple entries available here. But apart from that, if you see here, the user type is different. Let's say that customer, these two are customers, and the remaining are vendors. So, how to create a customer or vendor? Let's see here in a simple screen. So you can just click on Add New, and this screen will appear, and you can enter, your customer name and GST number and the mobile number and the email and address, and type whether it is customer or vendor, then save it. Then you are going to get created a customer, and you can always edit your customer with, if there is any change at the mobile number or something like that. In the same way, you can just select vendor, then he will be a vendor. He will become a vendor. You can just give the name and GST number and everything, and type select vendor, then save customer. That's it. So we will be good actually. This is how you can create the customers and vendors. So creating a customers and vendors is one time activity in our business, and we are not going to create every day. Of course, if we get a new customer in a week, then we are going to create it, and it is very simple. So if you can just fill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fields, then you are good. And apart from that, we have one more functionality. So whenever the customer is created, we are going to have a record here. So if you click on this customer ID, then you can just fill the address of the customer. Let's say that, this is customer Srikanth Construction. So Srikanth Constructions, they may have 2 to 3 sites. Let's say that for Srikanth Constructions, we have one site at one place, and second site at another place, and third site at another place. So we are going to supply the goods, our fly ash bricks, to this Srikanth Construction. So you can add multiple address here. Like, let's say that, first site is Gachibowli and the second site is Mallampet, and you can add any other address if our customer is having saved, and you are going to have the customer, the address details appeared here. So this is how the typically the customers and vendors creation process. Let's move to the next one, which is raw material. So raw materials is nothing but, our raw materials to produce the fly ash bricks. So usually, we use cement and stone dust and in fly ash, and in the same way in some other areas, we use lime and gypsum as well. So whatever the raw materials you are going to use in your industry, you can create as many as, let's say that, you can simply click here as Add New, and what is the material name, whether it is cement or stone dust, and variant is nothing but, whether you can give the same as cement, and quantity of measure, it's nothing but, how you are going to get the cement, whether it is in bags, or if you are going to get it in a big tanker, then you can choose as tons. So for me, I'm choosing bags here, and if you can just put standard cost. Standard cost is nothing but what is the cost for the cement in the current market. So if the current market in today is it is 320 rupees as far as I know. I mean, it is going to keep on change. Always you can just click on edit and change the standard cost. So this will be one of the factor in our calculations in future. So this is how you are going to create the raw material. So for our to save the time, I have already created one. These are all the three raw materials: cement and stone dust and fly ash. Cement as in bags, and stone dust and fly ash in tons. The standard cost for cement is 320 and stone dust is 300 and the fly ash is 200. So whatever I have entered, I have maintained everything here is in in an Excel. So if you see here, which I am highlighting, the stone dust cost is 300 and cement is 320 and fly ash is 200. So I'll tell you why I have captured everything, all the details in this Excel. I'll explain it in later. So this is how the raw materials are going to be created. So let's come to the next step, which is production. So production is nothing but what are all the types of bricks you are going to produce in your factory. So that is what production is talking about. So here is also very simple options we have given. Just click on add new. What is the product name? You can give any name of your product. So for example, I have given like product 1 and 1268. So 1268 is one of the size which we are producing, and the next you can mention here like what is the dimension for it. Bricks pallet per mold. Let's say that in automatic industry we are going to get the bricks in the pallets. So how many bricks you are going to get out of one pallet, so that is what it is talking about. So let's say that in our industry, so this size which is 1268, 12 is the length and 6 is the width, and 8 is the height. So this size bricks from our machine, we are going to produce 6 bricks per pallet. Okay, so that is what I have mentioned. So you can just put here 6, and the length as 12, 6, 8, and price per pallet. So what is price per pallet here? Standard cost. I am maintaining the standard cost. So to produce these 6 bricks, my production cost is 90 rupees. Let's say that it could be including raw material, it could be including the labor, and it could be including everything, your operational cost, your power bill, and everything. I mean, this is the ideal cost for me to produce the bricks, this size bricks per pallet. So in the same way, I have created another product which is 12480, and per bricks pallet is 8 rupees and it is 104 per pallet. It doesn't mean that 13 rupees per brick, and the first one is 15 rupees per brick. So this is my ideal cost. So this is how I am going to we can create our products. So usually in any fly ash brick industry, okay, nearly 10 to 20 or more than that products we is going to be available. So you can just give any user friendly. I mean, it's not something. I mean, it is your wish. I mean, how do you call your product? Let's say that usually we call it as 6812, 4812, 439, something like that. So it's up to you how you want to name your product. So when you click on save production, and the records, I mean, whatever the products which you have created, it will be appear here. And as usually, you are I mean, you can edit and delete anything if you have a super user access. Let's move to the next one, unit price master. So unit price master is nothing but, let's say that, and these are all our vendors. Let's say Ultratech cement vendor, and Ultratech cement vendor. If you observe, all the vendors are appeared here in the drop down. So you can just select any of the vendor and make sure that this Ultratech cement vendor is going to supply only cement for us. And what is the cost you are going to get from this vendor? Maybe it's 310 or 320 or 330. So I have saved a record which is already with the if I maintain here. So for Ultratech, if you see the highlighted one, which is 330 rupees, I have already maintained. So in the same way, for crusher also, I mean, you can just maintain, this supplier is going to give this product, which is stone dust, which is our raw material, and what is the price. In the same way, this company especially supplying fly ash and the unit price, whatever you are going to get it from there. So you can just save prices. It means that, let's say that Ultratech cement vendor is going to provide the cement for some cost, and maybe you can create another vendor and you can make sure that what is the price that vendor is going to supply you, and you can manage here. Let's say that Ultratech 320 rupees, maybe some other company, maybe Sagar Cement 300 rupees. So you can just maintain the price against each vendor and against each material type. So what I have done, I have maintained the prices for Balaji Stone Crusher 300 and Ultratech 330 and Tapasya 200, which is fly ash. So this is what I have already maintained. So this is all one-time activity in our software when we try to use. So this is one-time activity. And the next one, which is customer prices master. So the next one is customer price master. So it is very similar way we can maintain what is the price for our product along with our customer. So let's say that for Srikanth Constructions, so when I select the Srikanth Constructions, so for Srikanth I am going to sell the first product for this price which I have already maintained. So if you say that, my default price 15 rupees, how it is coming here, if you remember that we have maintained the standard cost for this brick against in the production, we have maintained a standard cost against this brick, and for this one also we have maintained it is 13 rupees, but I am going to sell Srikanth Constructions the same brick which is 16 rupees. That is what I have maintained here. So I need to see my margin. When I am producing my brick for 13 rupees, I need to sell it for 16 rupees, which is 3 rupees is my margin. So this is how we are going to maintain the master. So these are all one-time activity. We need to do only one time. So this is how our master's data we need to enter. So guys, I will cover the next things, which is since we have all the customer and vendor and the raw material and our produced goods and the prices against vendor and customer all are available, then we will cover how we are going to receive our raw materials from our vendors, and how we are going to sell, and how we are going to do the production here, how we are going to record the production. So everything will be covered in the next video. So I hope you like this video, and if you have any questions on this masters, please give me a feedback on the given link below in this for this video. Thank you, and in the next video we will cover inbound and sales.